Have you ever felt like you're working harder than ever, but somehow your mind feels heavier, your energy weaker, and your joy fading away? The truth is, it's not always the deadlines or the workload that break us. Often it's the silent bad habits we carry into our workplace every single day. Habits that look normal on the surface, but slowly chip away at our focus, our peace, and our mental health. Today, let's uncover 10 bad habits at work that might be quietly destroying your happiness, and more importantly, how you can replace them with habits that heal. 1. Skipping breaks. Sitting for hours without pausing makes you feel productive, like you're proving your dedication, but in reality, it's slowly burning out both your brain and your body. You tell yourself that pushing through without breaks will help you finish faster, yet the truth is your focus dulls, your creativity dries up, and your energy collapses. Your mind isn't a machine built to run nonstop. It's more like a muscle that grows weaker the longer it's overworked. Think about it. Athletes don't train every second of the day. They rest so their bodies can perform at their peak. But in the workplace, we often forget that rest is not laziness. It's strategy. When you step away for even 5 minutes, stretch your legs, breathe, or simply let your mind wander. You're not wasting time. You're refueling it. The quality of your work depends on the quality of your energy, and without breaks, that energy drains like a battery left unplugged. Imagine returning from a short pause feeling sharper, calmer, more alive. That's the power of rest. It transforms effort into effectiveness. Breaks aren't weakness, they are fuel. And when you honor them, you protect both your productivity and your peace of mind. 2. Multitasking madness. Doing 3 or 4 things at once makes you feel busy, maybe even important, but it doesn't make you truly productive. Multitasking fractures your focus like glass breaking into pieces. Your attention jumps from emails to meetings to messages, and instead of clarity, you end up with chaos. Each time you switch tasks, your brain needs extra energy to readjust, and the more you do it, the more mentally exhausted you become. It feels like progress, but in reality, you're running in circles, burning fuel without moving forward. Think about the last time you gave one task your full attention. Didn't it feel smoother, calmer, more satisfying? Multitasking tricks you into believing you're accomplishing more, but really you're only giving half of yourself to everything and the best of yourself to nothing. Imagine how different your day would feel if instead of chasing 10 unfinished things, you finished one with excellence. Imagine the calm of depth, the power of presence, the pride of true completion. Productivity isn't about juggling, it's about focus. And when you choose focus over frenzy, you don't just protect your mental health, you create space for your best work to finally shine. 3. Perfectionism. Spending hours polishing every tiny detail may look like dedication, but perfectionism is often just fear in disguise. Fear of being judged, fear of failing, fear of not being enough. You tell yourself that if you just fix this one more thing, then finally it will be perfect. Finally it will be safe to share. But the truth is perfect is a finish line that keeps moving farther away, and the more you chase it, the more exhausted and frustrated you become. Perfectionism doesn't raise your standards. It strangles your creativity, replacing bold ideas with endless hesitation. Think about it. How many projects have you delayed? How many dreams have you postponed simply because they weren't flawless yet? Excellence is achieved by showing up, learning, adjusting, not by hiding until every detail is flawless. Imagine the freedom of letting go, of saying, this is good, this is valuable, and it's enough for today. Progress is always better than perfection because progress builds momentum, while perfectionism builds prisons. When you release the need to be perfect, you discover the courage to be real. And in the workplace, real effort, real growth, and real results will always matter more than perfection ever could. 4. Poor posture. Slouching at your desk might feel harmless, just a natural reaction after hours of work. But over time, poor posture becomes more than a physical issue. It slowly eats away at your confidence and your energy. When your shoulders curl forward and your head hangs low, your body is literally sending signals to your brain that you are tired, stressed, and defeated. And the longer you sit that way, the heavier those feelings become. Science shows that posture affects not only your spine, but also your mood, your focus, even the way others perceive you. Imagine walking into a room with your back straight, your chest open, your chin lifted. Suddenly you feel more alert, more powerful, more alive. That's not an accident. It's biology. At work, where stress and long hours make slouching easy, correcting your posture is like flipping a switch for your mental health. A stretch, a deep breath, a conscious adjustment of your chair can transform your energy in minutes. Your body is the home of your mind, and when you treat it with care, your thoughts, your emotions, and your confidence rise to meet you. Sit tall, breathe deep, and let your posture remind you of the strength you already carry. 5. Skipping lunch. You tell yourself you're too busy for lunch, that skipping one meal will buy you more time, but what it really buys is exhaustion, irritability, and a foggy brain that can't think straight. Running on caffeine and quick snacks might push you through the morning, but by afternoon, your body is running on empty, your patience wears thin, and even small tasks feel overwhelming. Food isn't just fuel for your body, it's stability for your mind. The nutrients you give yourself directly shape your focus, your energy, and your mood. Skipping lunch is like trying to drive a long road trip without stopping for gum. By shall for gas, you might get a little farther, but eventually you stall, frustrated and stuck. And the truth is, those extra minutes you think you save are lost many times over when your tired brain makes mistakes or your stressed body slows down. Imagine stepping away, even briefly, nourishing yourself with real food, and returning to your desk with clarity and calm. That small act of care tells your mind you are worth protecting. Work will always demand more of you, but your body cannot give what it doesn't have. Feed it, and it will feed your success in return. 6. Overcommitment. Saying yes to every request feels noble, like you're proving your worth, but slowly it becomes a heavy chain that drags you down. Overcommitment doesn't just fill your calendar, it empties your energy, leaving you stretched thin, resentful, and exhausted. You want to be the reliable one, the problem solver, the team player, but in the process, you lose sight of your own limits. The truth is, every time you say yes to something you don't have capacity for, you are silently saying no to your peace, your focus, and often the people and priorities that matter most. It's not selfish to protect your boundaries. It's wise. Imagine if instead of carrying 10 tasks halfway, you carried 2 all the way to the finish line with excellence and calm. Imagine the respect you would earn by delivering quality instead of burning out in chaos. Overcommitment is not a badge of honor. It's a fast track to burnout. The courage to say no is not rejection of others. It's protection of yourself. And when you honor your own capacity, you create space for balance, for growth, and for the kind of work that truly makes an impact. 7. Gossip and negativity. It starts small, a quick comment by the coffee machine, a whispered complaint during a meeting, a casual story about someone who isn't there. Gossip feels harmless, even entertaining, but every negative word plants a seed that slowly poisons the atmosphere. The more you feed it, the heavier your heart becomes, because negativity spreads like wildfire, draining trust, destroying teamwork, and filling your mind with stress that doesn't even belong to you. And the truth is, gossip never builds. It only breaks. It convinces you that you're bonding with others, but what you're really building is a culture of suspicion and division. Imagine how different the workplace would feel if, instead of tearing people down behind their backs, you lifted them up to their faces. Imagine how much lighter your own spirit would feel if you stepped away from conversations that drain and chose instead those that inspire. Protecting your mental health at work isn't only about avoiding toxic people, it's about refusing to become one. Gossip and negativity steal peace in silence, but positivity and kindness restore it just as quickly. Choose words that heal, not words that harm, and watch how both your work and your soul transform. 8. Email obsession. You tell yourself you're just staying on top of things, refreshing your inbox every few minutes, replying instantly to every notification. But in reality, email obsession is stealing your focus one click at a time. Each ding feels urgent. Each new message feels like a fire that must be put out. And soon your entire day is spent reacting instead of creating. The problem is, when your mind is always split between your work and your inbox, you never give your best energy to either. It's like trying to read a book while someone interrupts you every 5 seconds. Exhausting, frustrating, and unproductive. You might feel busy, but busyness is not the same as progress. Imagine if instead of being chained to your inbox, you set boundaries, checking emails only at certain times, turning off notifications, protecting sacred blocks of focus. Suddenly, the noise quiets, the pressure lifts, and you realize most emails are not emergencies at all. Productivity is not about responding the fastest. It's about doing the work that truly moves you forward. Free yourself from the constant pull of the inbox, and you reclaim the clarity, calm, and creativity that your mental health has been craving. 9. Lack of boundaries. Answering emails at midnight, checking messages during family dinners, saying yes to projects even when your plate is already full. At first, it feels like dedication, but slowly it erases the line between your work and your life. Lack of boundaries doesn't just steal your time, it steals your peace. Without limits, work seeps into every corner of your day, leaving no space for rest, no time for joy, and no room for recovery. The danger is subtle. You may think you're being productive, but in reality, you're training your mind to be constantly on, which eventually leads to stress, resentment, and burnout. Boundaries are not walls that shut people out. They are doors that protect the best parts of you. Imagine the power of finishing your work, closing your laptop, and allowing yourself to truly disconnect. Imagine giving your family, your passions, and even yourself the same presence you give to your job. Work will always expand to fill the space you allow, so it's your responsibility to draw the line. Boundaries don't make you less committed, they make you more sustainable. And when you honor them, you honor your mental health, your relationships, and your future. 10. Ignoring mental health. You push through the stress, ignore the tightness in your chest, silence the voice in your head that whispers you're not okay, because you think strength means carrying it all alone. But ignoring your mental health doesn't make you stronger. It makes you fragile, like a glass filled to the brim. One more drop and it overflows. Day after day, you tell yourself to just keep going, but inside the pressure builds until burnout, anxiety, or even depression takes hold. The truth is, your mind needs care just as much as your body does. No one would run a marathon on a broken leg, yet so many of us try to run our lives on broken spirits. Talking to someone, taking a mental health day, practicing mindfulness, or simply admitting you need rest is not weakness. It's wisdom. Imagine how much lighter you would feel if you gave your mind the same compassion you give to others. Imagine how much stronger you could be if you allowed yourself to heal instead of forcing yourself to endure. Mental health is not a luxury, it is survival. And when you choose to honor it, you don't just protect your work, you protect your life. These workplace bad habits may look small on the surface, skipping breaks, saying yes too often, checking emails late at night, but over time they quietly shape the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you live. The truth is, you don't have to transform everything overnight. Change begins with something simple, taking a real lunch break without guilt, saying no just once to protect your energy, stretching for 5 minutes between tasks, or choosing to log off when the day is done. Each small action is more than just a habit. It's an act of self-respect, a message to yourself that your mental health matters. And when you stack those small choices together, they rebuild your balance, they restore your energy, and they remind you that work is a part of life, not the whole of it. So let me ask you right now, which bad habit at work will you choose to break today? If this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, not just to support this channel, but as a promise to yourself that you are worthy of peace, worthy of balance, and that your mind deserves to be free.